I told him directly that what he was doing was wrong. I didn't like it. I wanted to stop. He laughed it off as, I can't help it. He's just a man. He's just human. It's offensive. I'm tired of this behavior being allowed to continue. I have come forward now, so do something about it.
Tonight, an Arizona's family exclusive. The state lawmaker who she said she'd been bothered for by years by a powerful lawmaker, she is naming names tonight.
In fact, she told her story to our political editor, Dennis Welch. And Dennis, as he joins us tonight, Dennis, these are pretty darn damning allegations.
Yeah, and this, remember, it comes a couple of weeks after this lawmaker had posted on Facebook that she'd been enduring sexual harassment for a number of years. Now, at the time, she didn't reveal who this lawmaker was, but she's coming forward now, hoping this will spur some change at the state capitol.
He kept referencing himself as a very powerful senator.
Michelle Ugenti-Rita, for the first time, is naming the man she claims sexually harassed her for years at the state capitol.
Currently, he's a former senator and he's current appropriations chairman, Don Shooter.
That's State Representative Don Shooter from Yuma, whose position on the Appropriations Committee gives him an enormous amount of power over other lawmakers.
He knew I was uncomfortable because I told him. I remember two incidences specifically where I told him directly that what he was doing was wrong.
But it didn't stop. For the past 7 years, Ugenti-Rita claims she endured numerous unwelcome advances both inside and outside the state legislature.
There was an incident where he came to my office during the day and asked about my chest at a conference. He came to my room uninvited with a 6-pack of beer. I never answered the door. He told me June 2011, at the end of June 2011, after a tort reform meeting in the House, that he was in love with me, that he had never felt that way about someone, that he wanted to have a relationship.
At one point, she started documenting some of her encounters with Shooter in a journal, like this one back in June of 2011.
He tells me that he loves me and asks if there is an opportunity for us to be together in the future. Just then, he bursts out, I have been married for 32 years and have never done anything. He says this as if it's supposed to give me peace of mind.
Ugenti-Rita says it's hard to come forward and now fears what might come next.
I'm just worried about retaliation. I'm worried about retaliation. I'm worried about you know, it's an uncomfortable spot. You don't want to be thought of differently. You don't want to be pointed at or whispered about.
And Mr. Shooter was unavailable to go on camera, but he did issue us a statement this evening, and it says in full, I am really sorry that I have apparently said things that were insensitive and not taken well. Upsetting anybody is the last thing I ever intended to do. I will talk with Michelle. I will do better. I also want to note that the new House leadership, they also sent me a statement this evening saying that they take these allegations very serious and that they will be investigated.
Dennis, I'm sorry.